by dialogue because the quality of the sound from the camera is awful because you're getting all this background noise.
Well,
it comes across.
Dialogue that you saw from the dating skit was all overdubbed, the whole thing. There wasn't a single bit of dialogue that was actually as we spoke it. And if you didn't notice, that's great, but you know.
Yeah, so I mean, most of our skits are overdubbed, which is a real fucking pain in the ass to do because you are having to sync up your dialogue with the fucking lip flaps on the screen, which is a pain in the ass.
If you
can get a camera that has a decent mic import so you can get an external mic and you're picking up sound properly, it avoids all of that bullshit because so much of my time is wasted on having to get these poor fuckers I've already abused in filming, get them back into my house to record the dialogue that they didn't want to give in the first place.
Oh, it's brilliant. You're sitting in the front room watching something and you just hear in the other room, oh! You're right, yeah, it's brilliant.
So yeah, if you're doing any kind of video, you'll cut out a huge amount of your workload by having a decent microphone that picks it up from the beginning. Otherwise, because overdubbing is a pain in the ass. I really hate it so much.
But it's better than having the dialogue with the wind blowing in the background. You can't hear what you're saying. I mean, you saw in the Keaton Rangers skit, you can barely hear some of us. You know, so you don't want that.
Yeah, that said, back in the day that wouldn't have been an issue, but because we overdub, it means people expect more now, so sorry for that. You're just gonna have to deal with that shit. Yeah, deal with it.
Raise our expectations.
But yeah, so those are my software recommendations. Adobe Premiere, Audacity, get decent. I think people with any kind of talent probably use Adobe After Effects. I can mash shit together in Photoshop, but it's bit hit and miss. If you can animate in Flash or anything, then go for that because that's fantastic. Well, we're not particularly talented. We make shit up as we go. Thank you.
What we have is copious sex appeal. We don't have talent.
Less of that, yeah. Right, I forgot the point I was going to make because I'm going to show another clip.
You're distracted by the sex appeal.
Yeah.
The sexy audience. Are you going to show us a video? We like videos.
Oh, certainly do.
Videos.
Right, software aside, I mean, actual skit structure, I'm going to go back into that again. Things like running gags, which are awkward to pull off but can work. I'm going to show you some examples of something we did for Ayacon last year, which I know some of you have seen, but you're just going to have to deal with that.
Lecture now. Got to watch it properly.
Oh, Zelly's got to change her battery.
No, Zelly's going to...
Because we love the audience, Keith, don't we?
Oh, fuck the audience.
That will take you some time.
We're going to pause a section for a moment while Zelly changes the battery on her camera.
No one ever pauses the masquerade when I had to swap my camera's battery around.
That's
because if you pause the masquerade, it turns into a nightmare.
And if you pause the masquerade, people in the queue die.
Have you ever been in the masquerade queue?
This ties into the sort of stuff that we tend to use in most of our skits, which is the running gag, which is a very handy tool for getting a cheap laugh, but can be really awkward to pull off. I'm going to show you a couple of things that we did at AME last year, which, to be honest, we were very lucky to get away with because we.
I'm trying to think frankly what it is you're going to show.
Well, no, it was a three-part skit because what we had we had two videos that showed during the Ayacon Omake event as a kind of build-up before we actually did our main skit, which was at the end of the event. So I'm just going to show you the two videos that were shown between other acts during the Omake as a kind of reference. So give me a moment while I make this work.
It was brilliant to build up the joke like that.
What? Should we make VCL, PLC media player?
I love VLC.
Who doesn't love VLC?
Nostalgia Video proudly presents the latest in its range of old school classics. On the mean streets of Otaku City's west side, Detective Danny Dubs McKenzie wages a one-man war against crime. Hey, punk! Jesus! Okay, punk, where are you getting the bootlegs from? Okay, who the hell? And his ex-wife. Denise, how did you get this number? What do you mean the alimony payments are late? Well, I'll tell you where they are. They're right up your goddamn face.
You have a lot of things on your mind. I'll just go.
Shut up and stay there, you. It was an amicable split. We're really good friends. Fine, Denise. Well, you can just go and fuck. He's a cop on the edge. God damn it, Dubs. You're disgrace to the force. Look at you, you're a mess.
No, Chief, I'm sorry. It's just been a self-assist, please.
Took the kids? Yeah, man, I heard that. That's a top break.
Screw the kids. Bitch took all my Evangelion videos and my Chomix models.
But he's not afraid to do what it takes to get the job done.
Look, we're watching it subtitled, okay? It's the only way to get a proper feel of the show.
Man, I just want to sit down, relax and watch it without having to read a whole load of text on the screen.
What, and this is a bastardised English language version of it? I think not. And to show you how awesome it is, subtitled, I'm sticking on the director's commentary as well.
Oh, I hate you so much.
Look, just shut up.
Thanks, Detective Mackenzie. Call me Dubs. Why aren't you wearing any trousers?
Court order. Well, I've got half my stuff in the settlement. Bitch.
Dubs. The complete collection. Coming to a high street retailer near you soon.
So yeah, that was the first video, and then later in the performance we showed this video.
People didn't really get it, but that's fine. That's all right. They were supposed to.
You made it too complicated. We have no brains.
Watch the shiny on the screen, Liz.
No.
Nostalgia Video proudly presents the latest in its range of old school classics. On the mean streets of Otaku City's east side, Detective Subaru Subs Makoto wages a one-man war against crime.
Chimpia! Shizu! 誰から海賊版にもらうか
What? And the language barrier.
誰から海賊版をもらうかよ
Get your hands off me, pig. I don't know what's wrong.
He's a cop on the edge. God damn it, Subs. Think of your blood sugar.
俺は私のボスじゃないよ
What? But he's not afraid to do what it takes to get the job done.
I don't care. We're watching it in dubs. I think the way they portray their characters in English is way better than the original audio.
What? You Philistine?
Plus, I love the way they've done the main character's catchphrase.
I think you'll find what I say is true.
I don't know you anymore. Thanks, Detective Makoto. ただ、さっさと呼んでもらっても構わないよ。What? ちくしょう
Subs, the complete collection, coming to a high street retailer near you soon.
So yeah, having played those during the rest of the Omake, we came on at the end, and
This is the Timber experience.
yeah, the Timber experience. But yeah, we came on at the end, and the idea was it was to address the subs versus dubs argument, which is the stupidest argument in all of anime fandom, because it makes no difference in the age of DVD, where you can fucking watch whatever version you want. Off topic, I know. Sorry, so much hate. But yeah, so that was the idea. So as a means of joining those two arguments together, it was just like, yeah, so we thought we'd take these two established franchises that we'd made up for the Omake and join them together.
In a city riven by violence, it's going to take more than one man to bring order to the chaos. It's going to take two. Danny Dubs Mackenzie and Subaru Subs Makoto.
Welcome to Otaku City Central Precinct, gentlemen. From now on, you two are partners.
Two extraordinary cops.
Look, we may be two extraordinary cops,
But I work alone, in a partnership that will test them to their limits.
この協力は本当に私の我慢ができなくなる。
What the hell did he even just say?
How the hell should I know? Now, I don't know how you two super cops operated on the east side and the west side of the city, but here in Central, we do things a little bit differently. We work in pairs, and we don't quote the voiceover guy. Now I know it's going to be a struggle, but you two have just got to work together.
As they struggle to work together.
Damn it!
An unsolved murder.
昨日の晩、知事ブロードキャスティングタワーの前にシッターを発見した。主張は俺たちに調べてとったんだ。
Oh, holy shit, dude. I don't see what kind of crap you're into.
うすらバカ。これは主張をもらった事件の書類。
No thanks, I don't want to look at your collection of snuff porn. So, where were you last night, huh?
With your mother and your sister.
Well, if you can understand that, you can understand this.
A man with something to hide.
The victim was a technician from your TV station, Mr.
Call me Batman. They're getting too close. You know what needs to be done. Danger at every turn.
そう、マックさん、一体前回何をしましょうか
Step back, Snubs. Shit just got real!
And a sinister plot that will rock their world. In less than 2 hours, my new show will air. And thanks to the fact that I own every broadcasting company in the city, everybody will have no choice but to watch it.
What kind of evil filth are you putting out?
It's a show about a ninja pirate death guard training academy.
現実にガニも良さそうだね。
The show is 100% filler episodes. Action. Romance. Romance. Subs and Dubs, the movie. Coming soon to a cinema near you.
Yeah, so as you might have noticed, there were some recurring themes through all of those skits there. I mean, from little things like if anyone...
Punching me, I don't know.
Yeah, not punching, which is always fun. But yeah, it's little things like with the police chief. In the first video, it was just him and a tash. In the second video, he had an afro, and then in the final one, he had both. You know, just little shit like that. I mean, people might not notice it at the time, but afterwards they tend to, which is always good.
Best bit was Tom had to do about 3 takes of that hockey eating scene.
Yeah, that was a magnificent time.
So great. Yeah, we know some talented bastards.
Also, well, it's probably quite noticeable, but in the videos, you don't need to go to exotic locations or anything. I mean, most of the scenes in that video were filmed in the same room, just from different angles.
Like the gunshot scene is actually at the side of our house.
Yeah, the gunshot scene at the side of the house. I mean, when the 2 people who alternately get shot in the chair, that's also in our house, and then from a different angle, the police chief's.
He takes all of our sofas out and puts them in the garden. So what the hell are those things going on? Because I'm there going, where can I have? Like,
yeah, the police chief sings in the corner of the room, and it's the same with the Batman thing.
It's like they're chainsawing the mattress.
Yeah, that's it.
When I'm done!
Okay, do we have any questions so far at all? No?
Location scouting, Keith mentioned about it.
I did just want to ask, this is slightly off topic, but do you receive like a lot of negative feedback from people?
What's that supposed to mean, huh?
I'm just amazed to just see, you know, that people would complain, yeah.
No, we've actually been quite fortunate. We seem to sail under the radar for most people. I think that the worst comment I've seen recently was Team Giblets stopped giving a shit 2 years ago. Which...
One of our videos got linked to a topless robot a few years ago.
Oh, we got some abuse from that one, yeah.
Awesome, but that's only because topless robot has a much bigger readership than like anything that we'd have. So obviously we've got much more people looking at it, so we're much more likely to get negative.
Yeah, because they linked our Ayacon video from a couple of years ago, which is by far our best skit ever. And you know, because it got linked to a wider audience, we got some people commenting because the main punchline at the end was errors from Final Fantasy VII coming back in a kind of thriller dance, and we got somebody commenting, "Oh, it was okay until the thriller thing kicked in," and then I was like, "Done." Because the trouble is, out in the States, apparently the thriller dance is a big thing that they do. Again, it ties back into if you're going to do something that other people have done before, you're going you're going to get abuse. So if you are really sold on doing something that people have done already, you better make damn sure you've got an original spin on it. Otherwise, they'll still hate you, but at least you've tried.
You better not be fat or they'll hate you for that as well.
Yeah, I'm going to briefly go on about the